Nobody gives Vice President Atiku Abubakar the credit for leading the economic policy making under the Obasanjo administration. Many of the things that we take from BP to the economic team was under his leadership. But maybe because we don't write a lot and people don't read history, we tend to forget. We only remember negative things. And I think it's part of human nature to remember only negative things.
Rufai already campaigning for Atiku Abubakar in a supposed condolence visit to Pandef. The fact that he's doing this already at this time means many things, and it reinforces the fact that Atiku Abubakar wants to run. He wants to be on the ballot in 2027. He's sensing an opportunity. The fact that the North will go against Tinubu in 2027, he's seeing these massive votes as his to take in 2027. That's why he's insisting that he must run in 2027. But we already know, even if one wins the entire North, including the Middle Belt, that can't make that person the president of Nigeria. Buhari used to win the entire North, including the Middle Belt, but he never became president until he went into collaboration with Tinubu and the likes in the Southwest. So Atiku Abubakar banking on northern votes alone to win the presidency in 2027 is tantamount to doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. This was exactly his move in 2023, but at the end of the day, he couldn't still clinch the presidency. Yes, the election was marred by many irregularities, rigging, all sorts of malpractices in order to deliver APC. But he too and PDP were involved in massive rigging in Delta State, in Akwa Ibom, in many states across the South. So it remains to be seen how he plans to win the election in 2027. Despite Tinubu's woeful performance so far, he still needs a coalition of many political parties and individuals in order to win the election. Atiku is not very popular in the South, largely because of his character and the fact that he's getting old. He's already old. Or has his ego gotten the better part of him because he must have talked to Peter Obi into returning to the PDP or backing him, but Obi has insisted that he will never join any coalition that is about power grab, which is almost like saying no without using the word no. Yes, everyone knows that Atiku Abubakar is a transactional politician. That's why all people that have worked with him in the past, many of them are today in APC. They are singing a different song. They are always there around him for the money, not for any ideology or what they can contribute to develop this country if eventually he wins the election. So he believes in money. That was why previously, after losing any election, he will just travel to Dubai. You will see him again when there is another election. But this time, because of the way Peter Obi has been moving around, it's like the campaign never ended for Peter Obi. It has made Atiku Abubakar to be around much more longer than before. So when Peter Obi says that he will not be part of any coalition that is about power grab, it's already a kind of direct attack to Atiku Abubakar. So somehow it seems that Atiku has taken it as a challenge. If you can't join me, I will go it alone. Let's see who will win. Especially now that age is no longer on his side, 2027 is the only chance Atiku Abubakar has to clinch the presidency. If he misses that, then he wouldn't be able to contest because of his age. How many years is he going to be in 2031? Atiku will be 85 years old. 81 years in 2027 is already too old to contest the presidency when we have very young, intelligent, smart people that can do the job. And if we have to go transactional, going by the situation in Nigeria right now, Atiku might defeat a Peter Obi in any presidential primaries because people will always take money. Many people care about now, not the future, not tomorrow, not next tomorrow. This attitude enables corrupt politicians. Imagine all the party delegates refusing to take bribes from any contestant and insist that they must vote their conscience to vote the right candidate that will deliver the country. No, they rather vote and collect millions of dollars, and they will brag about it. Hey, this is the SUV I bought from this presidential primary. The money I was paid, they paid for all the hotel, lodging, everything, all the entertainment, and that money might not even last for 1 year. The cycle continues. This is why Nigerians must insist that all transactional politicians, whether they are party members or not, that transactional politicians must never win elections in Nigeria any longer, because when they get to power, it is transactional for them. They must start recouping their investment. Yes, if you invest money, you must earn your profit and your capital. That's how it works. Now, back to Rufai joining forces with Atiku Abubakar. It shows that they don't really care that power should remain in the south for at least up till 2031. This is the main issue southerners have with northerners because of their mindset that power is theirs to take. They don't care if others are not given the chance to take a shot at the presidency. All they care about is that they must lead, they must be at the leadership that no other person qualifies. That's why Southerners fall for the narrative when APC members spread them that these Northerners that are criticizing Tinubu today, they always wake up when a Southerner is the president. They always keep mute when a Northerner is the president. Yes, people fall for this because of that sentiment. And once people lock on this, they don't care if it's about good governance or anything. All they want to focus on is to stop any Northerner who wants to take over when it is the turn of Southerners. Yes, that's the sentiment. In other words, many would rather vote Tinubu despite his woeful performance instead of voting a Northerner that might perform better than him in office. So sort of getting vengeance or insisting that justice must be done despite the fact that that justice in quotes might hurt the person seeking for it. So you get the drift. Despite the fact that Rufai himself mentioned in one of the interviews that there is a poll conducted that shows up to 70% will not bother to turn out to vote in 2027. That means there will be serious voter apathy in 2027, largely caused by the lack of electoral reforms or reform of INEC and others. Also, the kind of candidates that would emerge in 2027 might determine whether people will bother to turn out or not. Another factor is the fact that many are currently being conditioned into believing that Tinubu is undefeatable. So based on that, many might just give up and say there's no need coming out to vote. After all, they will rig the election, they've captured everywhere, the police, the army, all security agencies, they dance to the tune of the presidency. There's nothing you can do. So many are gradually being conditioned into this mindset. So if Rufai knows about all this, why is he not trying to mitigate it? Is supporting Atiku Abubakar the best way to defeat Tinubu when he knows that there will be serious voter apathy because of the kind of candidates that would emerge in 2027? Also, it raises the question, the fight might not truly be about saving Nigerians from Tinubu's hardship, or is something else going on that Nigerians are not aware of? He campaigned for the Muslim ticket. This time around, he's going to campaign for another Northerner, despite the fact that the presidency is supposed to stay in the south, at least till 2031. Another way to look at it is that they might actually be working on that challenge. Since P2B doesn't want to join them, they will make sure that he doesn't get there. At the end of the day, who is suffering? Like the saying goes, when two elephants fight, it is the grass that suffers. Besides, the rift between Rufai and Tinubu is also an ego problem. What Rufai said about Tinubu in 2020, 2021, he hasn't forgotten it. Like they say, he doesn't forget. That was why he humiliated him during the ministerial hearing. There's no way in this world they can convince Nigerians that what happened wasn't a humiliation. Someone that Tinubu wants to become the minister, the way he has captured the Senate and all other agencies of government, there's no one that can stand in his way to deny someone the nomination. No, doesn't exist. So he was humiliated as a payback for what he said about Tinubu those past years. He felt that, I campaigned for this man, convinced a lot of people that Muslim ticket is good. As a matter of fact, he said that he already implemented it in Kaduna State, that they will ensure that it works at the federal level, and at a time it will become normal, that many people will start seeing it as normal. No one will be arguing against it in the future. Now, after all he did, the man still humiliated him just because of what he said about him. So it looks like they might never reconcile because of that ego. He had the guts, the audacity to talk to him that way. Now he's saying, look at where you are, look at where I am, let's see who is more powerful. Anyway, Nigerians must take their destiny in their own hands. No politician is going to save you, not even transactional politicians for that matter. So after what Nigerians have seen the past 2 years, no one should be convincing you otherwise. You shouldn't allow yourself to be deceived by anyone that this person, you clearly know all his antecedents. The time he was in office, he was seriously involved in corruption, and you suddenly believe that that person will change? No, wake up from the slumber. Don't allow anyone to deceive you like they deceived you in 2023, because all the regrets, you will do all that again after the election. You will say, why did I make that mistake of 2023 again in 2027? Thanks for watching.